Hello and welcome to a really exciting rares report for Thursday, September 5th. Now this is really exciting to me and I did put my money down. I will log into Runescape and show you the prices I paid just this morning. But before the rares report, I have a really important question by Chris. Below our last video, Chris asks, should I buy a red or a purple now? And I think this is a fantastic question. It's such a good question that I've actually created a video answer to this question following right now. And then after that video answer, I'll go over the amazing rares report for what's coming up in the next little while. Before I get into the report, I want to answer a question that came in on a previous video. Should I buy another of this item? And in order for me to answer that question, I've got to go into some background about how I started into doing all this stuff. Back in 1993, I bought this course, The World's Most Powerful Money Manual and Course by Ken Roberts. Opened up my eyes to what's possible, and it really put me into a world of research where I bought everything I could and learned everything I could about trading for a living. I did the course Trading for a Living and I studied the study guide. I bought the Elliott Wave Principle book and even an autographed copy by the author back in 2003. But the one book that I really want to recommend for you to read or download and listen to is this Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. There's a couple links below this video where you can go and get this book. And you can see that in this original copy that I got, there's all sorts of underlining and writing in the side bars and highlighting and notes all the way through the book as I read and reread this book. Very important thing to learn about trading is you should never take tips from anybody about when to buy or when to sell, because then you don't know when to get out of the trade. And if you don't know what to do, and if you're uncertain, the next logical thing that's going to happen is you're going to feel anxiety. And when you feel anxiety, you can't make proper decisions. So you can never trade by somebody else's recommendations. And I don't recommend that you trade by mine. Be sure to buy this book and read it and read it and read it. And I'm also going to offer a course that teaches everything that I've learned in here and how I put it together. This is actually my trading system, the whole pieces of it, when to buy and sell for this style of trading that I've been doing on RuneScape to merchant my way from 13 million gold pieces all the way up to 2 billion gold pieces. Pure merchanting, I don't do any skilling at all in the game. If you'd like to learn more about this, be sure to register, sign, and subscribe to this channel. There's lots more on its way. Now, back to the rares reports for September 5th of 2013. And now back to the rares report, where we take a close look at what the prices have done in the rares over the last short while. This is a 2-day long chart of 48 hours. The last 48 hours from September 3rd up to September 5th. This goes back a bit further, and this goes back right to the middle of June. And we can see that these prices have been slowly doing not much of anything, and now 3 times off this price right here. We'll have to watch what's going on in the Easter egg prices, and I'm interested because of what I see happening in the rest of the charts. When we go on to pumpkin, we can see that it is also in a languishing state. This could be the beginning, this could be where the point of everything starts off. And that's what we're always looking for, so we're kind of biased. Moving on to Disc of Returning, I did some data entry and I see there was a spike of prices that went down to 200 million, and it was reported twice on the forum, so I left it in there, and I don't know if that's a real piece of data or what's going on with that. Here we are with Half Jug of Wine showing some strength in prices over the last 48 hours after laying on this price for quite a while. It's come up a couple times now, and this is our familiar 1, 2, 3 bottom formation where the prices have just broken out. So this would be the number 1 point. That's the lowest point in the long-term trend. And then the prices go up a little bit and then they fade off. That confirms this is the number 2 point. And the prices fade off, but they do not go lower than the number 1 point. Instead, they hesitate around here, and they could do this for a while. But when they break above this point, the number 2 point, now that confirms that this is the number 3 point, and this becomes a buy signal right here. According to the trading system that I've been practicing, this would be a buy signal in this market. I don't think I'm going to buy one, but let's go on with the rest of these charts for the rares. When we go on to the purple party hat, long term, just since this June of 2013 until now, the beginning of September of 2013, we're seeing a beginning of a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Prices are making a triangle pattern. This is becoming an uptrend with a couple little spikes above it. And you can actually see this as a range. And so that's very interesting to watch these prices happen in this time frame when all of the markets are doing the same kind of thing. And if they're all moving together and this is a trend reversal pattern, then it is time to watch for when it's your best time to be buying into this market. So here's a triangle and a buy. Here's a triangle and an immediate breakout out of that, which if you're an aggressive trader, that would be another buy signal for you. But you have to determine how much money you have, what's your risk potential, and here's another exciting chart because of this reversal pattern, which is a very common, easy to identify pattern for anybody who's done any kind of chart pattern. The one thing to do that's different is to trade off of these patterns and put your money down when you see it breaking out above these things and have the nerve to make those decisions. And then after the decision's made, how long do you hold it? There's another question. And we can see a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation building up in the blue party hat in the weekly prices over the longest term. So that with all of these markets doing the same, let's go see what's happening in the lowers. Now this is really exciting to me, and I did put my money down. I will log into Runescape and show you the prices I paid just this morning before I did the data. Before I did the data entry. I knew what numbers I was looking for, and when I saw prices were breaking above these levels, I said, okay, that is my buy signal. Now let's go see what happens after the trade. And we're going on now to the blue Halloween mask. I also purchased one of these. We see this nice little explosion out here. We see this one, and it's building up, breaking above this level. For me, that's a buy signal, and I'm thinking this is going to be a slow turnaround and will require some patience. Now, red also is a buy signal, and I did buy one. We saw this triangle formation here. We're seeing this and talked about that if it broke above these levels, this would be a buy signal. And so here it is. Will it reverse back and swing around a little bit? We'll soon see. Now Santa had another really exciting chart that I got into and out of way back in here, and I made a little bit of profit, and it swung around, and then it's been building this momentum and created a triangle formation. And when I saw prices were climbing and climbing and climbing in the forum, I jumped into the game and went and purchased one. So now to see if I get what's called whipsawed. Whipsaw is when you get all excited and you buy in here, and then the prices retrace back a bit and you get scared and you sell out. And then prices do this and you buy in, and then they come back a little bit and you get scared and you sell out, and you lose money all the way up if you don't know when to buy and sell. So this is being whipsawed. Now the next part of this video, so here's a quick screenshot of the buys I made in the rares markets today. Earlier today, it was a few hours ago now. So here's what I offered and here's what I paid. 132.8. I offered 133. I offered and got some money back. 134.57. No, sorry, 234.57. And this I paid and got the same. I put my offer in and left for a while and then got it. So 169.7, 169.8. And then I got a Santa at 174.2. You can also see that I'm buying teak logs as they're crashing. I have my price set quite a bit below, and every once in a while somebody gets panicked and drops some of them at quite a low price. So I could sell one of them at 76, instant sell for 85. So now I can be selling back my 40,000 of them for 85. Prices have gone above that. One instant sell above the medium price. So here's a market that is having a huge range from 64 gold pieces up to 85 gold pieces. There's your good 25%. And you don't need to have millions of gold pieces to find these fantastic opportunities. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's get back to the video. I'd like to thank Chris again for your question and the opportunity to pull out a few of my books and talk about where I learned about trading and how you can do much the same. Just click on the links below in the description of this video and you can pick up links directly to Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, and you can get started some really good deep learning about what it takes to really trade successfully. This is Link Builder signing off for the Rares Report on Thursday, September 5th, 2013.